Yous are probably wondering who's this guy staring at my screen who's sitting very awkwardly. And I'm wondering why I'm doing that as well. There's like a really weird nervousness you get for a camera getting pointed at you. And I've never really properly experienced that because I'm usually the one who's holding the camera. So this is new to me. Yeah. So I thought coming out in the back garden would be a good place to, I don't know, kind of focus, think about what I'm going to say. But I'm thinking it's probably not the best because the sun's went away. I have a really busy main road behind the house. It's kind of windy and I've got long hair. But you know what, we'll make it work. So, yeah. I'm using my phone as a microphone. If you're wondering why I'm holding my phone like this. I did have a wee microphone, like one of the wee ones that have the two wee mics at the top, but I don't know what it is, so... yeah. So, I thought about making this video. Not to particularly gain something out of, but it's more about gaining something within myself, let's say. So I think it was around about 2 years ago I started taking photos, just normal photos, just out of pure boredom, and it was actually in lockdown. That was when I first properly took photos with a reason behind it or a meaning. Because any other times I took a photo before that was purely, it was usually just me being silly, you know. But at the first lockdown, with this phone in particular, I started taking photos. And one thing that I noticed myself doing was night photography. I have a really bad sleep schedule, and in lockdown, like especially lockdown, it was completely destroyed. It's better now. It's not great, it's better. But I did properly notice myself doing night photography, and that's something I'd never really done before, because I just thought you can't take photos at night because it's too dark. And that was just kind of mentality that I had. And then one night I remember I noticed I had a pro mode on my phone. I didn't know what pro meant, like photography wise. Like I just thought it meant, oh, it makes the photo look better. But then I started, me and my friends, specifically one of my friends, we used to stay up late, like online, just talking, because we had nothing else to do. But we started like talking, I started watching videos, and I started learning about like exposure and ISO, and how if you tweak them, like move the exposure for a longer exposure or move the ISO up, it can bring out a lot of detail at night, especially in RAW format. I didn't know this, so I started experimenting with that, and one, I was really surprised that my phone, a wee Samsung phone, could handle, like be able to take such a powerful image, especially at night time when it's pitch black. So that's kind of what started me with photography. And I'll put up some of my photos, that my first proper photos that I was really proud of, and I don't know, it's kind of kick-started this addiction to having a camera wherever I go now. Yeah. So, my name's Tyler Ferguson. You can say my name different ways. People say Tyler, people say Taylor, I say Tyler, but I think that's just me being lazy. It is me being lazy. But yeah, Tyler Ferguson. I'm from Scotland, as you can tell. I'm from a wee town called Falkirk, which is central Scotland. And within that town, I live in a wee village called Cairnshore. Just your average kind of Scottish town. Busy in the day, quiet at night. And yeah, nothing too special there. I had a wee sip of my coffee. I'm still finding it really weird that there's a camera just kind of eye level with me staring back at me. My camera looks quite cool, because I only get to see it from behind. But yeah, so a wee town in Scotland. Nothing crazy, nothing big, nothing important. One of the things that I've started to appreciate more is where I live. I know I just said that where I live is nothing special, but you know, all the photography videos I see or watch, or any photos that I see, they're always in some unique place, like America. Like, you know, you get all the cities, you know, especially like wildlife in America's insane. Like nature, like try and think of an example. Like Grand Canyon. Like, we do not have any of that here. I've recently realised that I live in a beautiful country. For example, just a normal housing estate. There's a school behind those trees, and then there's a main road behind this house. But if I turn left, it's just fields and really big hills. They're called the Ochils. That's their name. They're actually a hill in Scotland. It's called a Munro. I suppose you get different stages. You get a hill, a Munro, and then you get like a mountain. That's something I've started to appreciate more. There's a lot of like really big differences in a very small area. One thing I noticed this morning, because I was out this morning, I was just walking about my camera. You can go from a really, really nice housing estate, like quite upper class, then a 2-minute walk, you're in, you know, like a kind of run-down area, and it doesn't sound that nice the way I'm describing it, but see, when you go from polar opposites, it is really, really interesting. Like, I can't really explain it. I don't know if it's just because I've started photography the past couple of years, I'm kind of looking at things in a different way, but I like change. I like differences. And that's something I've been trying to capture with my photography recently. But yeah, that's a wee bit about where I stay, about what I've started to appreciate, you know. I just thought I'd give my view, because a lot of people that aren't from Scotland, and they think about Scotland, they think about hills, they think about castles. They don't really, I don't know, they don't really think about just the normal places, you know, like housing estates, villages, towns. And that's something I want to capture with my photography. Sorry. Come on, Cody. Cody, come on. This is my dog, Cody. He's came to join. Sorry, I had to go for a wee toilet break. I bumped the camera, so yeah, it might be off centre a wee bit from what it was before, but it'll do, you know. But yeah, looks like the sun's trying to come back out. Don't know how long it'll stay out for. May as well take advantage of it. But yeah, I do apologise for the noise. There's probably a lot of wind noise, a lot of car noises, van noises, and school noises because the school's right over there. But, well, you know. Recently, so I'm 18, so about 9 months ago I left school. Went through school, finished, nothing too important. And right after school I started working part-time, 3-4 days a week, nothing special, just usual part-time job. It was really good. Obviously every part-time job, every job in general has its up and downs, you know, but you stick with it, gets the wages in. So I done that for about 9 months until a couple of weeks ago. They paid quite a few people off, and unfortunately I was one of them, but in a weird way I'm kind of glad it happened because this gave me like time to think about what I want to do, because I'm at that stage in my life where it's like everyone's telling you, oh, you need to figure out what you want to do. If you want to have nice cars, big house, you know, you need to get a job, you need to get in money, you know. Like, my camera doesn't leave my side, always with me. So I was thinking, if I want a dream job, it'd be photography, but in my own way. You know, the thing with, like, see, I don't know if it's just to do with Scotland or if it's just people, when you think photography, they think wedding photographer. When I've talked to people, that's the first thing, like, oh, you could be a wedding photographer. I'm like, no, I didn't want to be a wedding photographer. And that's another thing, like, walking about with a camera in Scotland, I get a lot of weird looks. I mean, you probably get that everywhere, but I don't see anyone walking about with a camera. And even today, I got quite a lot of people can smell at me, wave, like go out their way to wave at me or something. And I had a really good conversation with a woman in a shop, all just because I was holding a camera. I think everyone uses their phones for cameras now. They think, why need a camera if I have everything in my phone, you know? And I think the fact that they see somebody walking about with a camera, it's kind of nostalgic for them. It hits them right, you know, it makes them feel good. So, yeah. So, even the people who smile and wave at me, or even the people that give me dirty looks, like, because, you know, I'm a guy walking about with a camera in my hand, I like it, it gives me adrenaline. And, oh, you coming back up? Coming up? Okay. Yeah, it kinda, I don't know, it just makes it fun, you know. I let the dog in. Come on. Go. Sorry guys, had to let the dog in. Hopefully I've said enough. The point of this video, I don't know, is to try something different. Try and push myself a wee bit. I have the time now to try and experiment with stuff like this, so why not, just bite the bullet and go and do it, I'll be putting a few of my photos up. Obviously, it's nothing too special. I'm an entry level photographer that hopes to someday, the dream would be make a living off it. But that's a dream. I'd be happy enough to do it as a hobby, but still be able to show people, I'd take a wee sip of my coffee. It's another thing, I have a major caffeine addiction, but I love it, so I eat coffee. Anyway, this has been a very, don't know what the word is, fun experience. Like just talking with a camera facing me. It's been fun. But it's also very new to me, so you'll be able to tell through the video and maybe even the editing that it's not the most fluid video on the planet. It'll be kinda a wee bit jumpy, maybe the quality isn't the best, it's only a 1080p video. But yeah, I think it should turn out alright. Anyway, that's a little bit about me and what I plan to do with this channel, or I don't know, whatever this turns out to be. I hope at least a good thing, But yeah, I'll leave a wee photo of my camera. It's a Nikon D5100. Nothing special, still got the prime lens. Still learning how to use everything, But yeah, just want to say thanks for joining me in this sunny day with me and my coffee. It's been really good. Yeah, enjoy the rest of your day, and maybe I'll see you soon. Catch you later.